Yo. What up? What it do? What it is? What's good? What's golly? This is your man Veritas. That's right. That's Veritas with a V. And welcome. Yeah, I say welcome to the Heart live streaming session. We're going to preview the EP today. We're gonna have a couple of guests on. We're gonna have some Q&A. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking so forward to this. So. Cool. I'm gonna give a couple, few minutes for a couple more people to come in. Looks like we got a few, few viewers from YouTube and Facebook. Sorry for anybody who was trying to view it via Instagram. I was not able to figure out the technical issues. I got it working on a few test streams, and for whatever reason, it's not working for me right now. I don't know what to tell y'all. I've tried a bunch of different tests, and it just seems to be hit or miss for Instagram. So, what up, T Mac Special Sauce Lettuce Cheese? Yeah, that's the homie Tommy McAfee right there. My beautiful bride's up in the chat. What's up, boo? So what are we here to do? We're here to preview Heart EP. It drops tonight. That's at 12 a.m. So I guess that's tomorrow morning, however you want to look at it. May 16th, 12 a.m. midnight. It's be all your streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to music, it'll be available to you. So yeah, this is the Heart EP listening session. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time to come in. But at this time, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, so what is Heart? What does that stand for? What is that about? So Heart is an acronym. It stands for, let me get my video up, my video ready. Give me a second here, y'all. Still just getting this all together. I'm a newbie to the streaming game, guys. Matter of fact, this is my first live stream ever. So please forgive me for any technical difficulties I have. Again, this is my first time doing this, and so yeah, I'm just figuring this out as I go along. So all right, let me try to get this next slide up on the screen. Here we go. Let me know when y'all can see it in the comments. Give me just like a thumbs up or whatever when y'all can see it. All right, let me bring myself down. Is designed to connect us to the reality of the Lord who creates. He is creator, and therefore creativity is merely an expression of his image and likeness through us. We're image bearers. He's a creator, therefore we bear creativity. All right, right? So that's Heart. Highly evolved art reveals truth. Okay. So we are already about 5 minutes into this thing, and I don't want to make this thing too long. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with our first preview. That's our first song on the Heart EP, and it's entitled Sacred Art. So let me go ahead and get that queued up here. And then what we'll do, let me just deal with some of the organization or administrative things. All right, so the way we're gonna do this, I'm going to play a song. After the song, we'll have a little Q&A about this song. We'll talk about it a little bit, what motivated it. If you want to hop in the stream, I'm gonna go ahead and also I'm gonna post the link in here, and actually you guys can come up and ask questions at any point. So So yeah, feel free. We want to be as interactive as we possibly can. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and get right into Sacred.
Represents. Blessed. I bring the Bible over beasts to bring my God the streets. My proclamation is from the book of the prophecy. I speak spirit treasure in the land of poverty. Last to be first, it's got a logical economy. This more than music, I'm here to answer divine calling. And if the Lord don't got my back, then my spine falling. I don't compose to be celebrated for rhyme saying. I know the world is full of lost and need divine saving. And I'm not here to follow rules of a genre. Here to be a vessel for the honor of the Father. I take my pen up to penetrate hearts, bring healing to a culture trying to eliminate scars. As an artist, I had a highest of ambitions. I try connecting the dots to something transcendent. I transition between something ubiquitous and the accounts of the apostolic witnesses. I'm talking Peter, Paul, and John, and not these modern fakes. Pronounce a statement like that and some will call it hate. Well, that's cool and I appreciate your sentiment, but I am bound in Christ to be used as an instrument. It's my duty to use these verses to declare hope in the Messiah in the atmosphere of despair. I take it serious knowing that there is death coming. It's not the ones who start fast, but those who left running. It's only those who endure to the finish line get to have supper with the Christ when it's dinner time. I lift my pen to give account to the Son of Man, the Lion of the tribe of Judah who was once a lamb. Was still a lamb of God, but also he's the great I am. And every heart within his hands it is sacred land. And you won't need these metaphors once you met the Lord. Victory is his, he's the dove, there's no better score. And it's just bars over beats to help you navigate. Sin a harsh master, you need Jesus as a magistrate. I'm trying to point you to the risen, I can't get you saved. Hope you raise a praise to the ancient of the days. I hope the power of the Spirit draws you to repentance. So get acquainted with the judge to erase your sentence. And as the rhythm fades, I hope you turn a different page. Cost of sin is death and I'm praying that you don't get the wage.
Yeah, man. So that was Sacred Art. Sacred Art, guys. In the comments, let me know if you guys got any questions. Let me know what your thoughts are. And as you guys are doing that, just give you, I'm going to go ahead and just go through some of those lyrics for you guys. You saw them on the screen, but I just want to go ahead and read them out. Make sure you guys get them with the utmost clarity. So it goes like this. I bring the Bible over beats to bring my God to streets. My proclamation is from the book of the prophecy. So this is a redundant line. It's essentially saying, you know, I proclaim from the book of the prophecy, from the Bible. The scripture is God's prophetic word. I speak spirit treasure in a land of poverty. Last will be first, eschatological economy. We're speaking of the gospel as the spirit's treasure in a land full of poverty. Those who are spiritually impoverished, which is all of us, right? Last will be first, eschatological economy. This is more than music. I'm here to answer divine calling. And if the Lord don't got my back, then my spine's falling. I don't compose to be celebrated for rhyme saying. I know the world is full of lost that needs to find saving. I'm not here to follow rules of a genre. I'm here to be a vessel for the honor of the Father. So that line right there, specifically, as a Christian who operates in a genre of hip hop or rap, right? There is such a genre, Christian hip hop, Christian rap. What I'm saying is my music is not bound up by a particular genre or the rules of the powers that be. Like essentially my goal is to use my music as a vehicle to honor the Father, as a vessel for the honor of the Father. And so I'm not here to get anybody's applause or anybody's approval except the Father himself. And I'm already approved in him because of what Jesus Christ did for me. I take my pen up to penetrate hearts and bring healing to a culture trying to eliminate scars. As an artist, I had a highest of ambitions. I try connecting the dots to something transcendent. I transition between something ubiquitous and the accounts of the apostolic witnesses. What I'm essentially saying here is my means by which I communicate music. I transition between something ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means universal. So this is things that are relatable to everybody, something that we all can connect with. This would be referred to in theology as general revelation, right? But I said, and the accounts of the apostolic witnesses. So now I'm shifting over into special revelation, right? I'm talking about specifically the biblical accounts, the gospels. I'm talking Peter, Paul, and John, and not these modern fakes pronounce a statement like that, and some will call it hate. I ain't really got, y'all can read into that exactly what I'm saying. Well, that's cool, and I appreciate your sentiment, but I'm bound in Christ to be used as an instrument. And I could go through this line by line, but again, y'all, if y'all got questions, ask them. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next song because I don't want to take too much of y'all time by doing that, right? I don't want to answer questions that ain't being asked, right? So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and cue up the next song. The next song is entitled Bumpin'. This is number 2 on the Heart EP. Let me go ahead and get that queued up. All right, and then I'm gonna drop down.
Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus.
We speaking in Jesus all over your speakers. Was wrapped in the eagle since we was a fetus. Pledging allegiance to King of the King of the King of the Kings. Yeah, we talk about Jesus. DNC wrapped in the flesh. Overcame grave and brought in the death. Light of the world, by the thunder of the land. Everyone need the blood of the Lamb. What is your all without heart? We need to present the light to the dark. Bragging and flexing and dripping with sauce. How was that giving our hope to the lost? We been sent to the judges, been sent to the thugs. Covered in blood, but don't lay in the cut. Saying they deacons, but sounding like demons. I don't believe what they saying, like what? You brought home the Grammy to grandma? Oh, big money is on your grandma. Or your back getting bigger than Santa. Or you flew a PJ to Atlanta. What is your offering costing? You cannot take any of that in the coffin. Christ paid his life on the cross, what it cost him. Suffered the wrath of the Father was gruesome. Oh, I mean, gruesome, they call me a nuisance. I mean, the nuisance is one and the same. Listen here, homie, man, Acts 4 and 12. Tell us there's only one given name, whereby our people are saved. All individuals facing the grave. All the mankind is wretched and depraved. Only Yeshua bring freedom to slaves.
Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see me. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats.
All right, guys. So that was Bumpin'. That is track 2 on an EP. If you guys got any questions regarding that song, you guys want to deeper insight into it, what motivated it, feel free to ask. Yeah, it's I think it's pretty clear what motivated it. Or let me not say it's pretty clear. So for me, as somebody who has been a part of or a fan of the genre of Christian hip hop for some time, I've noticed like a transition in terms of like making music that's sonically or audibly pleasing, but maybe not as specific and intentional in terms of content, right? And so for me, it's bumping that song is really like a call to like, look, let's get back to it. Like, I get it. Hey, the music slaps, it's bumping. You going to the Grammys and and that's all good and cool. But like, man, souls are out there that's lost and need saving. And so, and we have the words of life, we have the Christ to present to people, you know what I'm saying? So that's what motivated that track Bumping. So number 2 on the Heart EP. After that, we're going to go ahead and cue up number 3. And this is actually it's only 6 tracks. So guys, I won't take too much of your time tonight. Just want to motivate you guys to go ahead, like when this is said and done, hop over to Spotify, to Apple Music, to whatever, save it, follow it, share it, spread the word, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but here we go. I'm going to go ahead, go down, and I'm going to go ahead, bring track 3 up. It's called Believe That.
We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Man, the pull of these lives are so tangible. We be gripped by the flesh and the mandible. Out the cage, but still living like animals. We be eating our own like a cannibal. Every night of Allah is infected. All that soil with sin is rejected. Since the fall, every seed is infected. And like everyone is infested. I was formed in the womb with degenerate. Please allow time for the homie to demonstrate. It's the word of the Lord, I reiterate. Illustrate you from the book as I integrate. Must eliminate sin as I live in faith. Homie, Christ is my Lord, so I imitate. I say Christ is my Lord, so I imitate. And my heart was a stone till he penetrate. I ain't playing games when I'm rapping for the name. All that gang talk, man, it's not the same. I was on the fast lane, headed for the flame. Till this river came in to deliver the change. To fit my heart wasn't taking a breath. I was starving a breath, I was taking the L. And I'm thankful to God, he ain't take me to hell. On me, it's by his sovereign grace I prevail. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Believe that, believe that, believe that, believe that. 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 Slave to the system, depraving and different, man, nothing but sin, my behavioral rhythm. Heart was mischievous, I was the greediest. Chief of sinners was truly the neediest. Lived as a deviant, never obedient. Grace of the Lord was a missing ingredient. I used to look in the mirror and boast. Glass to the sky, I was raising the toast. Life was a beach, I could live by the coast. Stuck in my ways, I was doing the most. Not acquainted with cash, but friends of a ghost. Needed to nibble for the Lord of hosts. Every step I was rolling the dice. Stacked up the debt, but the Lord paid the price. Living in debt, but he offered me life. Now all my gratitude's given to Christ. Thanking the Lord every day for his word. He didn't give me all the wrath I deserve. Thankful he didn't kick me to the curb. Grateful he didn't kick me to the curb. Now my life course in a brand new direction. I'm thankful to God for a sovereign election. Thankful to God that I'm close to perfection. I stumble at times, but I need his correction. Christ is the one in whom I rely. Yeshua I praise till I'm in the sky. Eternal I live with Jesus on high. I can bury these bones, but I never die. Christ is the one in whom I rely. Yeshua I praise till I'm in the sky. Eternal I live with Jesus on high. I can bury these bones, but I never die. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that.
All right, that was number 3. Believe that. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, this song, this song actually is funny. It actually started out as the verses for the song were actually a part of an Instagram challenge. Like I did an Instagram open verse challenge. Actually, 2 different Instagram open verse challenges, and one of them was a freestyle. And so I was looking back at the bars, and I was like, and I made this beat or whatever, and I was looking back at those bars, and I was like, yo, this kind of like these slap. Like I need to do something with this. So I ended up writing them down, and when I made this beat, like the vibe that you get from this beat, I was like, yo, this matches. So this was one of those rare occasions where like I didn't necessarily, because my process is usually, I make the track, sit with it, come up with a concept, and then compose like that. But this was like I just took something I already had and was like, yo, it lines up to me. And the hook actually, that one was, the hook saw 3 different versions. Like it was a whole different hook at first. And then I kind of just settled on as is. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Yeah, just please, feedback is important. So please let me know what you guys think about the tracks in the comments. like I said, and I'm gonna go ahead, cue up the next song. So the next song is one, if you've been following the catalog, you're already gonna be familiar with. Um, this was always intended to be on the project, but I released it as a single early on in the year. So for some of you guys, this is one that you're gonna be familiar with, but this is actually one of my favorite songs that I've done. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, and this is actually one of my better performance songs too. So I'm gonna go ahead, cue this one up. This is number 4. Only
I had
God knows.
storms in my brain, hurricanes, monsoons. I couldn't find rest, I couldn't find peace. Until the grace and mercy of the Lord met me in his gospel. Only God knows what I've been through, but here's a little bit of my story. Check it out. I was looking in the mirror, feeling miserable. My heart broken, talking left and right ventricle. Deep grieving, I was dead in the spiritual. My face falling, you could see it in my physical. Man, I was walking to the cadence of my heartbeat. Beneath the dim light, flicker on the dark street. And I was searching after peace and a piece of tell. Looking for heaven, but my mind state was deep in hell. Them cold nights felt warmer with a 50 yak. Them next mornings woke up, couldn't remember Jack. Blacked out like the color of my dark soul. Needed forgiveness from the Lord to make my heart whole. Looked at my hands, they were smothered in mud, tight, filthy. I needed them covered in blood, straight guilty. Couldn't find rest, I just stood lost. It was my sin nailed Jesus to that wood cross. It's like I couldn't find rest, I just stood lost. I know my sin nailed Jesus to that wood cross. My heart couldn't find rest, it just stood lost. I thank God every day for that wood cross. Man, I was posted on a block singing hood blues. I knew it even as a youngin', wasn't good, dude. Hey yo, my soul was malnourished, needed good food. Until the Lord sent someone to give me good news. They got the young brother eating in the scriptures. Gospel of the kingdom, show me Christ the big picture. Repented of my sin, placed my trust in the King. Regenerated heart, now in love with the King. From dark to the light, got a segregated soul. Enamored with the Lord, so I dedicate my flow to the one who is risen, through whom I'm forgiven. Broke his soul out of prison, now eternally a living. Testimony ain't the gospel, just a snippet of his mercy. Cried to the Lord, and I'm grateful that he heard me. To the Son from above to deliver me from death. And he left me with his word to give intention to my steps. To give intention to my steps. To the Son from above to deliver me from death. And gave intention to my steps. He sent the Son from above. Hey, my journey ain't punctuated with question marks. I know that Christ is the answer for a wretched heart. It's by the virtue of his blood that he pardons. We planted of the seed, but he the keeper of the garden. All that we have, he deserves as an offering. And he oversees the well-being of his offspring. He moves mountains, take a drink from this fountain. And you will never thirst for eternity and counting. He deserves our all as an offering. He oversees the well-being of his offspring. He deserves our all as an offering. He oversees the well-being of his offspring. He moves mountains, take a drink from his fountain. He moves mountains, take a drink from his fountain. From his fountain, you will never thirst for eternity and counting.
Man. Yeah, that's OGK. Only God knows. And as I said, guys, that's one of my favorite tracks I've done. It's, you know, a lot of it is my testimony. And so a lot of it is personal. You know, to me, specifically when I hit the first verse, I actually want to go over a couple of lines in the first verse that I said like were very like meaningful to me again. So one of the lines in that first verse, I say, man, them cold nights felt warmer with a 50 yak. The next mornings woke up, couldn't remember Jack. Blacked out like the color of my dark soul. Needed forgiveness from the Lord to make my heart whole. So prior to Christ, like I was the type of drunk, man, I would black out, like straight up. This is no lie. I was in Australia back when I was in the Navy, and I legitimately don't remember like 7 days of my life. Like I remember getting off the ship, going to the bar, getting a screwdriver, and then pretty much everything else is kind of a blip. And like that was like normal. That was common for me, right? And so that line, because the idea was, he says, them cold nights felt warmer with a 58. The idea was, this would somehow warm me up. This would give me the warmth that I need. This would somehow fill me up. But the next mornings I woke up emptier than I was, you know what I'm saying? Even emptier than I was before, right? And so yeah, this song is essentially my testimony. And it's what motivates me to do what I do. Quiet as It's Kept. I'm actually working on a sequel to this. Different beat, but like something that's gonna go even deeper, even a little bit more in depth. Like I think this is still surface level, but the part 2 is gonna be even a little bit more vulnerable and a little bit more in depth. So yeah, that's Only God Knows. We are on track 5 at this point, so I don't want to take too much. I'm gonna go ahead and cue up number 5. And this one is entitled Still Here. So let's get it up.
Hey, we so done with being cautious. Christian rappers sounding like some Gnostics. Talk about a bunch of mystic nonsense, just as Christian, it ain't conscious. Even if you find this joint obnoxious, gotta keep Yeshua in the content. Treat it like it's lame to hop up on these beats and get a spotlight to the name. To warn the dead and dying about the coming of the flame. To warn these people hell is real and death is not a game. Well, it's not a game. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it. Still here, years later, by the mercy of the Savior. Seen a lot that fell away, and man, I know that I ain't greater. But it's only by his favor that I stand. Giving life by the Messiah, none can pluck me from his hand. So we breathing life, music pardoned by the Christ. Music, Jesus paid the price. Music, hoping that he might use it. To all of the people we've been sent to confessing and repent. Place their faith within Yeshua, cause the King is so legit. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. He too legit to quit, preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it. Preach Christ and that's it.
All right, that is Still Here, also known as Too Legit. So that one, obviously, for anybody who was born in the 90s, 80s, or 70s, that should be a very easy callback. For those of you who like Gen Z, like late millennial or Gen Zers, so the callback there was an artist by the name of MC Hammer, Whippersnappers, and MC Hammer was a Bay Area artist. He had a song called Too Legit. Too legit to quit. Hey, I ain't gonna do all that, but anyway, so that was a callback to that, to Too Legit. And ultimately, I'm saying, like, Christ is too legit. Like, why would we give up? Why would we quit on Christ? He's too legit. He's too, you know what I'm saying? He's too real. Nah, I ain't gonna break it down, but I gave a breakdown, you youngins, all the young whippersnappers that might be up in here or might see this on the playback. I could give y'all some of the dance moves from the video, but I ain't gonna embarrass my children like that, because that's gonna live online. So yeah, guys. So we are actually at number 6. We are at the last track. Not the last track for the night, because I'm actually going to preview for 2 songs for you guys. For everybody who is on this listening session, I'm going to preview 2 songs for you guys that are not on the album. But my wife said, please don't do it. I should. I have to just just get all my moves, my dance moves. Y'all didn't know I was a B-boy in a previous life. Not a good one, but I was one. Anyhow, though, so I'm gonna go ahead and cue up number 6, and then we're gonna go ahead. So number 6 is entitled Reflect. Here we go. Wait, sorry, that's not Reflect. Give me 1 second, guys. Don't tell me something happened to that one. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry, a little technical. Okay, for some reason, I don't have the Reflect lyric video, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you anyway, the song. But we won't have the lyrics on screen. Sorry about that. But here we go. Reflect.
Hey, look, man. Anybody that's hearing a word not to do it, it's like a man look at his face in the mirror, walks away and forget what he looked at. Like we've been called to reflect. Check it out.
Half these rappers lying, they ain't trapping at the bando. Talking loud smoke, but they just capping for the grand, bro. Only thing I TikTok is the wristwatch that I'm wearing. Might not pull up in the foreign, push a Ferrari and McLaren. Might not get no likes and no follows and no mentions. Hope you give your life into following the risen. He the one who paid the price. Yeah, I'm talking true religion. Yeah, I'm speaking of the Christ. Only means of godly wisdom. Wake up, look into the mirror. Hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor. Look into the mirror. Hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor. I know the nature of my sin, so by myself I'm so pathetic. If you sticking by your sin, like homie, Jesus is the medic. Have you looked into the law, seen your brokenness and flaws, the depravity within you, the importance of the cross, the centrality of Jesus throughout all of his creation. Ruler of a kingdom, royal priest, a holy nation. He is our purpose from sin to the surface, rely on the dominant being, fulfilling our worship from sin to the servant, Yeshua the sovereign king. Wake up, look into the mirror, hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor. Look into the mirror, hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor. Look into the mirror, hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor. Look into the mirror, hope you see the image clearer through the lens of Holy Scripture. Know that Jesus is the victor.
Hey, look, when we look into the mirror, the Lord God, it reveals to us that we are sinful and depraved. Blessed is the one who knows without a shadow of a doubt that Christ is our victor. In him we are victorious.
Y'all, so that's track number 6. That's Reflect. Reflect, yes. So, oh yeah, see, I got the homie LC up in the building. Hey, I'm gonna bring. So, I'm gonna just do a quick recap, and then I'm gonna bring the homie up. So check this out. So that was the Hard EP, guys. It's available tonight, midnight, on all platforms, all streaming services. And definitely, hey guys, I would love to hear y'all feedback in the comments. Right now, I got backstage the homie LC. Low key, the homie LC is like the EP of this project. Every single track was mixed and mastered by my bro LC, y'all. Before I bring him up though, hey LC, I wanted to play and preview Catch a Body for them. So before I bring him up, I'm about to preview a track me and him got coming out called Catch a Body. So let me pull that up for y'all real quick. Give me 1 second. Again, y'all gotta. This is my first time on the stream, so if I have a little bit of technical difficulties, give me some grace. Because it's not letting me pull up the MP3. I guess in Restream, you gotta have it as a, let's see. It's gotta be an MP4. All right. So Hold on. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up the homie LC, and then we'll figure this out. All right. Yo, what up?
What
hey
up,
guys,
man?
so y'all, this is my bro LC. Look, I'm gonna let him introduce him. Well, let me give him a little bit of introduction. So I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, let me get some background. So for y'all who know me, y'all know I've been doing music for a grip, but I just really started pushing out my music professionally really during the pandemic. That's when I started actually like being a lot more intentional about recording, just putting together my product. So I happened to come across an artist that LC mix and master for, a guy by the name of Nakash. And I reached out to Nakash and I was like, hey bro, who does all your mixing and mastering?
I just got off the phone with him.
I said, who does all your mixing and mastering? He say, this is who you want to holler at right here. He's like, you want to holler at him? And so I hollered at LC. Bro was mad humble. He's willing to work. Like, bro is just legitimate all around, man. He done hooked me up, man. He done worked with me on. As a matter of fact, man, me and him, we got some stuff that's gonna be cooking. I don't go to nobody else when it comes to my mixing and mastering needs. I'll go to nobody else, man. But before LC, I want you to do a little introduction of yourself, and then I want to do some little back and forth. But can you cue up Catch a Body? Because I want them to hear that.
Yep. I got the whole setup right here. Well, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Test, mic check. Hope y'all can hear me. My name is DJ LC, aka DJ Love Christ. I've been in the game for about 10 years now. I know I look young, young face, we cool. I am young, it's cool. I turned 22 on Wednesday. I'll take it. Listen, we'll take it. But I've been in the industry for about 10 years now, mixing, mastering, engineer for about 5 to 7. So it's been a long journey. It's an honor. It's a blessing to be here, first of all. But I'm nothing more than a child of the Most High and a servant of the Most High, first of all. The artist, the engineer, and all that stuff, that's second. So I just appreciate the opportunity to be here, hanging out with my brother Veritas. Man, it's a blessing just in itself to be able to know you, bro, to be able to watch you grow from when you first started. So I appreciate him entrusting me with all his music and the sound quality that he gets back. So, yes, sir.
All right, so go ahead if you can cue up Catch a Body for us.
Let's see if this works. I'm gonna do a quick test. We're gonna see if this works real quick because I'm not the one streaming, but it should have the same concept. It should. We'll see. We're about to figure it out right now. Hold on 1 second. It's the problem. Everything want to be MP4 nowadays.
Yeah. I thought I could just bring it up as the MP3.
Here, matter of fact, hold on. Let's see if we could do this. Will it let me share my system audio? Yes, it will. All right, let's try that. See if you can bring that in the show.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we can hear this. Can y'all hear that?
Okay, this one's for the gangsters. Put your hands up for the savior. Can't nobody change a generation. I was born in the dark like my name was Bruce Wayne. I made different, so I gotta say my new name. Oh yeah, it's different levels to this game. How they doing it? Everybody around me playing the fan while they screwing it up for me. You ain't screwing it up for me. Sometimes I feel out of mind like a psycho. I'm spitting like a cyclone, but now I gotta put it all to rest. So I got the best man, the yes man. That's a flex man. Got more power than the S on the chest man. Sick of all this foolery. People say what they do to me. I'ma keep it moving. I'm killing giants with this jewelry. So if I see you, then I see through the misery. I just catch a body for the kingdom where he's sending me. Gotta catch a body, put my flesh up in the dirt. Sowing to the spirit, daily putting in the work. Gotta catch a body, put my flesh up in the dirt. Sowing to the spirit, daily putting in the work. Gotta catch a body. Gotta catch a body. Gotta catch a body, put my flesh up in the dirt. Sowing to the
LC, what just happened? What? I can't. I can't hear you. Wait.
There we go. You have muted me.
There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
What,
There we
could
go.
you hear it? Could you hear it when it was
Yeah,
rolling?
yeah,
Okay.
it was rolling.
All right.
So yeah, guys. So I wanted to go ahead and preview that here for you right now. That is Catch a Body, and man, that was. Let me tell y'all a little bit about that process right there, because that was just crazy. So I had a whole entirely different version of the track initially. When I first sent it to LC, like the beat I did, it was like on some Bay Area type slap. That was kind of what I was shooting for. And then I talked to LC. I was like, bro, I need you on this feature, bro. I said just I got a feeling that you would kill it. So I sent it off to LC, got him the stems and everything, and then he was like, hey, man, it's not coming together like I wanted to. Like, hey, you mind if I rework some stuff? So I'm like, yeah, man, go ahead, rework it. You know, do what it do. Now, when he sent me the track back, when I first played it, I was like, I first played like maybe the first 10, 15 seconds. And I'm like, he sent the wrong song. I'm like, this must be something you working on with another artist, because this was not the song I sent you. But then I got to listening through the joint, and I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, specific, like, because the flow and everything I did was again, more of a Bay Area slap, but it just lined up on this soulful beat and just such a crazy way. And honestly, man, that's the kind of stuff I love, like just working with creative people who will, just folk who love God are willing to, who just creative, man. And so, like I said, I think I've been building with LC now since probably 2020.
Yeah,
I think
since last year. Yeah, a couple years ago. Yeah, actually, a couple years ago, because when we first started, we just started putting out music for real recently. But it's been a minute, yeah.
And it was and even just like, maybe speak to just even the volume. Like I told you, I think when we first started doing it, like I maybe gave you a track once, like every 7 months I had a different track or something.
Yeah, this man cranking out music like, hey, according to Veritas, I can't put this classified, but this man got enough music to outlast 2-3 years from now. So according to him,
look, hold up, let me see if I can show. I'm gonna just show y'all something real quick. Let me. I'm gonna pull something up, and let's see. Hold on, let me pull this up first in the background. Let me go to my library, and then let me try to share my screen out. Hold on. Let's see. Share screen. All right. So for the record, y'all, the way that I kind of do is because I collaborate with people, I upload a lot of my stuff that I'm working on into BandLab. It's not my DAW of choice, but I just like upload it there. I'm gonna just do a run through. These are all things that, like, tracks that have been recorded. It's buffering right now to bring all the rest of them up, like dead serious. This is, mind you, look at the dates. This is only from 19 hours ago to, hold on, here we go. Now we going back. So just let me look from the bottom to the top. Ever since February 13, 2021 and going up. So y'all tell me if hold on, there we go. So LC, were you able to see?
I don't know if I'm able to see it on my end. Either I'm lagging or something happened. Let me see if I might have to rejoin on a different browser. I don't think it's you. I think it's me. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out in Jesus' name. Listen, I ain't never worried about it.
But well, for the rest of y'all on the live, y'all saw it. Y'all saw like how many songs that was.
I take his word for it. I believe him wholeheartedly.
Like and really it's what kind of put the bug in my back. One was I look at first and foremost, I'm gonna hit a disclaimer just so nobody hits me on the nobody takes this as a recommendation for. This is not a advertisement of listening to Tupac Shakur. However, I think about like the amount of music Tupac had posthumously, right? Like Pac, if you really think about it, Pac's in terms of how active he was, Pac had eight or more albums released posthumously that was completely original material that didn't exist while he was living, right? Like he had that much material that they could still release 7 or 8 albums worth of projects after the man was passed. And again, this is not an endorsement, but I just think about that ethic, like that work ethic, just pushing out that much. I think about if something would have happened to me, I got a legacy that'll live beyond me. Like my kids could just release music, and, you know what I'm saying, and it's music that's going to that is a reflection of who I am in Christ. So it's music that I think will bring to the culture something that the culture needs to hear, whatever. And for me, like also it's catharsis for me. Like it's one of them things I do because I once put a post up on Instagram. I said, I am not a content creator. I create because it makes me content. It's like it's just like for me, it's part of my designed. It's part of how the Lord designed me. He designed me to just be a creative. And so even if the music never sees the light of day, for it to get out of me and onto, just to have it out of me, for it not to live in my head, that to me is like freeing. It's liberating.
100%.
So I asked the homie up here too, also to just kind of talk a little bit about, man, just what you've seen from me in terms of growth in the journey, musically, so on and so forth, man. Just personally, our relationship, all of that.
Well, right off bat, I can tell you this man's a hard worker. One of the hardest workers I know. I appreciate his friendship. I appreciate his business. A lot of artists, I will tell you this, aren't willing to invest in themselves. And one of the reasons I'm able to bless Veritas the way I am sometimes when it comes to mixing and things like that is just because of his dedication. And I appreciate the time to invest. I believe we had this conversation the other day when I was just telling you, like, there's some artists out here that just really won't invest in your careers. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. And he completely understands as a father myself, we completely understand what it means to invest into others' lives, into our kids' lives. So I appreciate him investing not only as an artist, but as well as a man of God. That's number one, first and foremost, I appreciate. But his work ethic has tripled since 2020. It's gone from maybe, like you said, one song every 4, 5, 6 months to now you're at the point where I'm like, yo, slow down, dog. I'm like, bro, we got. He's like, here's a pack, LC, 10 every week, 3 every week, 4 every week. So like, and that's a good thing, bro. And like, I'm humbly honored to be your engineer. Just saying that, like, just being a person that has his hands on a lot of the stuff. And I appreciate another thing with you giving me the opportunity to create the way I do as an engineer. I don't think a lot of artists know this. And then, here's a question for you. Like, does it make it easy as an artist to have an engineer that you trust to be creative? You know what I mean? You can be a little more hands off because it's like, all right, at the end of the day, Elsie got this. Like, even if I got to go tell him to do a couple tweaks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think for me, I'm the type of person, like, I know my limitations, right? So me and my wife talk about this all the time. Like, I'm the kind of dude that I'm not gonna watch no YouTube video to try to fix the pipes. I'm a hire a dude that fix pipes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just know my lane, and I'm like, you know what? When it comes to like engineering, when it comes to like, I'm like, hold up, like this is one. Me and you have a track record in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I already know that when it comes to it, like you know me, you know my sound, you know my voice, like so you already kind of like I know you know me, so I know that I can trust you to and matter of fact, I also as you do, I think it's helpful too that you do music, right? Because it's not like you just like from a technical standpoint, I think you also had an ear for like, well, I know what's gonna make actually dope music at the end of the day. Like, so like, man, maybe where you wanted to go with this song is actually not where you should end up.
Yeah.
And so I can take, like, I think it's necessary for artists. We had some friends over the other day, and we was just talking about artists were like, man, I wonder sometimes do they have a support system or somebody in their corner? Because it's like, hey, look, I need somebody to tell me like, yo, bro, that's just not it. That's not the one. Like, you know, like you need to go back from square one, or if it is it, be like, hey, it's slapping, but maybe do this, maybe do that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember one of the first things we talked about just off bat is I remember we talked about recording quality, the room noise, just certain things like that. Like that was one of the first things when I just being honest, like when Veritas first came to me, first thing I told you was what, bro? Before we even
vocal treatment, yeah, bro, you gotta get some vocal treatment.
That was the first thing I even told this man. I didn't even try to take his money, didn't try to work. I was just like, yo, we got to treat this room before we do anything, bro. And I do that because I'm not the type of guy that wants to take advantage of people. I'm the type of person that wants to help people grow. And for me, him not having that vocal treatment was already a setback, and I could tell. And not every artist have that. You know what I mean? But if you can find a closet, you know, something, whatever, cool. But it makes a big difference. And now you can attest to it. It makes a big difference, don't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. And the thing is, it's only going up. Like, my plan is to continue going up, like to get to you know, continue to like treat the space, continue to, you know, get pieces of equipment that are required to get the best end product. Because I think what it boils down to, and you said this too, is in terms of like if we do what we do for Christ, then we have more reason than anybody to execute at an excellent,
absolutely,
excellence. You know
100%, because we're the example. And believe it or not, let me say this: believe it or not, we don't learn from secular artists. Secular artists learn from us. I need to tell y'all that because for some reason people have got it twisted, and now it's becoming more and more apparent now in today's era where you're seeing a lot of the secular artists try to seek Christ, or they trying to seek some kind of spirituality, and we have to be there to stand in the gap to show them what the truth is. And so I encourage every artist that does this for Christ, you have to do this above and beyond. You cannot be lackadaisical. You cannot be nonchalant. You cannot be I'm gonna kill a demon with the Bible every 5 seconds. You can't. Listen, that's cool. That's great. But let's give some people some substance every now and then, because I'm gonna tell you this. Don't be that guy when the trumpet calls to look back at the person that you last talked to and you never told them about Christ, so they're on their way to hell. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. And you could have easily, by you sitting down, and here's what I encourage every artist to do. And I'm not saying like you have to scream Jesus' name in every song and everything like that, which is not a problem. But what I am saying is this: stop and pray before you even open up the computer. Stop and pray before you even speak anything into the microphone. Stop and pray before you even start this thing, because a lot of the times y'all aren't in the right place enough to make music. That's a big problem in itself.
Bro, that's a whole series right there. That's a whole sermon series right there. Like, because I was just talking to one of the homies in terms of like, the how much prayer plays into it, how much community, how much discipleship, how much like fellowship and mentorship plays into what we produce. A lot of times, a lot of cats are one of the things I think the saddest things is when we move like one of the reasons I want to create artistic community amongst other artists is because I think one of the most dangerous things is when you are a believer operating in music and you operate in a silo or on an island. And it's like God called you into a community, and when you on that island by yourself, it's easy to believe the hype about yourself. It's easy to
get lost in it.
Get lost. It's easy to get lost in it all.
It
I mean, I think about like even on a lower level, right? How often have we been in rooms where we kind of mute ourselves a little bit? We kind of turn down our light, in order to fit into that room. And it's like, man, if we doing it at this level, man, what are we gonna do when a platform is even bigger? And so it's like,
you got to be a good steward. God says to be a good steward over the things that we have. If you can't do a crowd of 10, don't be expected to do a crowd of 10,000. It just is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, and if I can say anything, and this is a testament to who you are, bro, and like as God's working on you, I'm seeing more things about you start to change, and the good things come out. One thing I say this, and this is a good word, which is, if you live your life according to Christ and how he lives through you, you shouldn't have to put on an act when you start to turn on the music. You shouldn't have to act a certain way, because the same person you are off camera, you should be on camera.
100. That is the word of the day. That's the message of the day. Like, because the fact is, it's authenticity. Authenticity is everything. Like, people see. Let me say it like this: the facade. You can only wear the facade for so long. But the scripture is very clear. What's done in the dark comes to the light. Like, if you are faking it, if you're fraudulent, if you're not being you, like, it's going to show itself. I remember when I was pursuing. I was a part of a small congregation, and I was pursuing eldership. I wanted to become a leader. And one of the things my elder at the time told me, he said, you know what? I don't thrust people quickly into any leadership positions. He said, because he said, like, the fact is that in terms of capacity, like, you can grow in capacity, like your ability to teach, your ability to speak, you can grow in knowledge. He was like, but the thing people often don't grow in, apart from the Holy Spirit's work, is in character. And you can't fake character. Character is revealed after time through the way you live your life and the choices that you make. And as artists, like, we can do all kinds of stuff. We can hype up on stage and we can turn up. We can be the most theological rapper in the building. We could be the most just hype, rap in the building, whatever. But who we are at some point is gonna show up.
It sure is, because when God sticks you in a room with no music and he calls you to evangelize to somebody that hurt you 5 years ago, then what you gonna do? Really? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I told you, don't get me started. We're here for the album release. Let me shut up. Let me go about my business.
So hey, check it out, guys. Like, so this is the homie LC, man. I'm so just man, honored that the homie pulled up, came up. Man, we're about an hour and 10 into this thing. Like I said, it's a short EP, so we've already went through. But how many of y'all want an encore of any song? Like, check this out. If you want to hear an encore of any one song, let me know. Throw it in the chat. Throw it in there, and then we'll go ahead and do that. We'll play an encore of the track. But man, the meat of this thing is over. So.
The one thing I did want to say about you too, and this is a great add to this. I believe this year you truly found your sound. I didn't get a chance to say that, but this year I truly believe you're finding your sound and you're starting to tap into that. And the first track I noticed that, which was the Only God Knows track that came out, and I was like, You see my face, and I called you, and I was like, "Yo, who is this?" And then he was like, "That's me." And then the other one was with your homeboy. I can't even think of it. Came out recently too.
Never Switch.
Never Switch. That was the other one. I was like, all right. He found in his sound because it was consistency, you know what I mean? And I'm noticing more and more and more as you're doing these tracks. I think you're starting to settle into that sound. So my hats off to you, bro. And like I said, God bless you. You moving in the right direction. As an artist who has been in the game for a little while and has whatever growing fan base, I guess, whatever. I don't even consider that stuff a really acknowledgement, but I guess I can say I see the growth in you. And I see where I was inside of you like a couple years ago. And I think you're already taking leaps and bounds past where I was. You know what I mean? So that's awesome, bro. For real. I can't wait for this whole thing to drop tonight.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, guys, this is just beginning. I'm laughing at the comment.
I'm here co-hosting in the background.
Like AG, the Homie Lions Coalition. That's my boy G Gerald, man. Hey, look, man, they can't get that one yet. They can't get that one yet. Man, you done messed me up with that one. That's like, you got them whole like private background jokes. That's one of them. That's one of them. He done brought it into the forefront. We don't keep that behind the scenes right now, but But yeah, so all right, peep game. So like I said, again, I want to thank the homie LC for pulling up. I planned this out for an hour. But if we have anybody who wants to hear any one of the tracks on an encore reran, let me know. I'll pull it up real fast. And LC, you go ahead. Just if you drop your social, let the people know where they can find your stuff, find your music, all of that.
Oh, bad. Oh, listen. I'm as simple as this. There's 4 letters to my name. DJLC, all caps. You can Google it, search it on YouTube, search it on Spotify, whatever. You search me up, man. Contact me, hit me up on IG, whatever. Let's talk. Let's fellowship. I'm all about building. I'm all about the people, for real. I'm just a normal dude, Monday through Sunday. That's me.
All right. Thank you, Dan. So I got a request for bumping, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And then I'm going to drop us down real fast.
Tell us.
Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Me bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus.
We speaking in Jesus all over your speakers. Was wrapped in the eagle since we was a fetus. Pledging allegiance to King of the King of the King of the Kings. Yeah, we talk about Jesus. DNC wrapped in the flesh. Overcame grave and brought in the death. Light of the world, brought the thunder of the land. Everyone need the blood of the Lamb. What is your all without heart? We need to present the light to the dark. Bragging and flexing and dripping with sauce. How was that giving a hope to the lost? We've been sent to the judges, been sent to the thugs. Covered in blood, but don't lay in the cut. Saying they deacons, but sounding like demons. I don't believe what they saying, like what? You brought home the Grammy to grandma? Or big money is out of your grandma? Or your back getting bigger than Santa? Or you flew a PJ to Atlanta? What is your offering costing? You cannot take any of that in the coffin. Christ paid his life on the cross, what it cost him. Suffered the wrath that the Father was gruesome. Oh, I mean gruesome, they call me a nuisance. I mean the nuisance is one and the same. Listen here, homie, man, Acts 4 and 12 tell us that there's only one given name whereby our people are saved. All individuals facing the grave. All the mankind is wretched and depraved. Only Yeshua bring freedom to slaves.
Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Me bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Me bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Me bumping these Jesus beats whenever they see it. Me bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats. Bumping these Jesus beats.
I got an in the house request from my youngest boy right here. He wanted him to believe that. So I'm gonna go ahead. Wait to the camera, Josh. Go ahead, wait. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play Believe That. So Believe That coming up next. Here we go.
We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Man, I put all these lives are so tangible. We be gripped by the flesh and the mandible. Out the cage, but still living like animals. We be eating our own like a cannibal. Every night of love is infected. All that soil with sin is rejected. Since the fall, every seed is infected. And like everyone is infested. I was formed in the womb with degenerate. Please allow time for the homie to demonstrate. It's the word of the Lord, I reiterate. Illustrate you from the book as I integrate. Must eliminate sin as I live in faith. Homie, Christ is my Lord, so I imitate. I say Christ is my Lord, so I imitate. And my heart was a stone till he penetrate. I ain't playing games when I'm rapping for the name. All that gang talk, man, it's not the same. I was on the fast lane, headed for the flames. Till the river came in to deliver the change. To fit my heart wasn't taking a well. I was starving up breath, I was taking the L. And I'm thankful to God, he ain't take me to hell. On me, it's by stopping grace, I prevail. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Believe that, believe that, believe that, believe that. 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 Slave to the system, depraving and different, man, nothing but sin, my behavioral rhythm. I was mischievous, I was the greediest, chief of a sinners, was truly the neediest. Lived as a deviant, never obedient. Grace of the Lord was a missing ingredient. I used to look in the mirror and boast. Glass to the sky, I was raising the toast. Life was a beach, I could live by the coast. Stuck in my ways, I was doing the most. Not acquainted with cash, with offense of a ghost. Needed to nibble for the Lord of hosts. Every step I was rolling the dice. Stacked up the debt, but the Lord paid the price. Living in debt, but he offered me life. Now all my gratitude's given to Christ. Thanking the Lord every day for his word. He didn't give me all the right to deserve. Thankful he didn't kick me to the curb. Grateful he didn't kick me to the curb. Now my life course in a brand new direction. I'm thankful to God for a sovereign election. Thankful to God that I'm close to perfection. I stumble at times, but I need his correction. Christ is the one in whom I rely. Yeshua I praise till I'm in the sky. Eternal I live with Jesus on high. I can bury these bones, but I never die. Christ is the one in whom I rely. Yeshua I praise till I'm in the sky. Eternal I live with Jesus on high. I can bury these bones, but I never die. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him a praise. We gon' lift up the name. We ain't playing no games. We gon' lift up the name. We gon' give him some praise. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe that, believe that, believe that.
That's one of my favorite tracks. I ain't gonna lie to you. Believe that, believe that, believe that. Believe
Muted.
that.
I can't believe I was muted this whole time. Yeah, man. I love, I love somebody said Harlem shaking over here. Yeah, I love that one. Hey, look, and that really actually kind of motivated. I got some ones I'm gonna send you soon. That's in like that drill kind of bag.
You need to hop more on the drill bag. I was gonna tell you that. You need to hop more on the drill bag. I actually I was coming up with something the other day. I had a beat the other day. I said, who can I get on this the other day? So we need to get you more on that drill bag. And I love I don't know why. It's funny because you're from the West Coast, but you have an East Coast sound. So I would challenge you to do whatever your heart desires.
You know what? It's Midwest. I'm in the West, but I'm from Indiana. So it's funny, like, but I grew up listening to everything, man. You know, I grew up like on UGK, Mobb Deep, you know, Spice One. So I grew up with everything. And for me, man, that kind of sparks me to like just want to play artistically with different sounds, like not like kind of stay in no one bag. That's why like I said, I got a couple, bro. I'm gonna send you when you go get. They in a whole bag. Actually, you know what? They were. I just hollered that C Duffel, and I'm trying to. I got this one. I'm gonna get him on, bro.
Hey, mom, see, all right, look, listen. I had to give a studio shout out. That's my homie. I'm listen. And speaking to him, listen, I'm currently mixing his project. But listen,
bro, look, bro. The one you did live. You did
can't wait.
You did the kind of mama say, mama side, mama. When you did that joint, like that one right there, bro. Oh man, I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm checking Spotify every day. Like, did it drop yet? Did that drop yet? Did that drop yet? like, I can't wait.
We didn't even finish the mix for that one yet,
bro,
but that was gonna be cool.
That one's gonna be so cold, man. But yeah, man. So looks like we don't have any more questions this time, and I plan on doing about an hour and a half. So we are at 122. Hold on, let's see. I saw something from Facebook come through. What would it look like?
Believe that.
Oh, that was just a thumbs up. Okay, so yeah, man. I don't look. We done here. I think we y'all heard the album. I thank y'all all for tuning in. I thank the homie LC for pulling up. I thank myself for popping.
I think Veritas can clearly tell. Listen, if y'all can clearly tell, I'm on live like most of the time during the day. So like, this is my natural personality. This 24/7 how I am all day. So that listen, it's 11:13 at night. I am still a dad. Don't get it twisted. I should be asleep right now. Veritas, listen. I should be sleeping right now, but it's all right. We good. The grind staying. I had to pull up for my boys. Release.
I so appreciate. And matter of fact, look, check it out. Anybody, and I'm gonna have to get with you because I could not, bro. I couldn't figure out the Instagram piece. Like,
for Yellow Duck. I should have joined earlier. I could have helped you with RT.
Yeah,
sorry, that's my bad. That's my bad.
I couldn't figure that piece
Boo
out.
LC. Everybody in the chat go boo LC. It was bad. That was on me.
Yeah, but hey, look, for everybody who's tuning in via YouTube or via Facebook, you know what? DM me if you like. Again, this is my first like live, so if you think I should do more of these, let me know. Oh, like again, I think I got to get I like it. I like it. I want to kind of get into it a little bit more. So y'all let me know. You know, let me know what y'all want from what kind of content y'all would like live from me or whatever. And we can do more of these. You know what I'm saying? So, and my son wants to say hi. Go ahead. My youngest son, one of my 5. Hi. All right. So my son's saying hi, but I'm saying bye. I love y'all. I thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all catch it on the replay. That's cool too. But tonight, midnight, it drops. It drops in whatever your respective region. So LC, it'll be ready for you in like 47 minutes.
45 minutes. 45 minutes. We in there, baby.
So yeah. So look, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop, and y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Peace.